Let's go to the Middle East now, where Western leaders are adamant about reaching a nuclear deal with Iran, while Tehran appears to be pressing ahead with its program unfazed. Newsmax foreign correspondent Alex Salvi is live in Rome with the very latest. Alex, good morning.
Rob, good morning to you. And those efforts may be complicated as Iran is moving to upgrade its ability to enrich advanced uranium. Reuters reporting that the United Nations nuclear watchdog sent out an analysis to member states warning of Tehran's plans to increase its output. It cites new clusters of IR-6 centrifuges at an underground location which are more efficient and can switch between enrichment levels. This technology allows Iran to enrich uranium up to 60%, which is nearly weapons grade. Now, under that 2015 agreement, Iran is only permitted to enrich uranium up to about 4%. But the government there is very vocal about the fact that it doesn't believe that Western powers are abiding by their end of the deal either.
Those who abandon their commitments should return and fulfill their obligations. They promised to remove the sanctions on Iran, but didn't deliver. Our emphasis in these negotiations is on the removal of sanctions.
Now, Iran and Western powers say they're closing in on a new agreement, which reports say would bar Tehran from pursuing any new nuclear enrichment. It would, however, allow Iran to keep material that it's already produced, which Iran claims is for peaceful purposes, while critics of a deal, such as Israel and many conservatives back in the United States, say the program is for much more nefarious purposes. Rob?
All right, Alex Salvi, thank you very much. The Pentagon now says that Iran is sending drones to Russia to be used in the war in Ukraine. What are you hearing about that?
Well, as of right now, it doesn't appear as if that assistance, I'll say, to Russia will really affect these negotiations. The Biden administration sees these negotiations as an opportunity to eliminate Iran's ability to build a nuclear weapon anytime soon. Now, Tehran's support for Russia is problematic, but the Pentagon's saying that many of the drones being provided are already experiencing technical problems. So that doesn't mean that the hundreds of drones being supplied won't have an effect on the short term in the war in Ukraine. But the White House believes that the long-term effects of Iran's nuclear program poses a much greater threat.